Well, I made a mistake last week, so I want to correct that. So, there's a lot of fear, chatter, etc. within the prepping and homesteading community about how to prepare for rough times ahead. And I put out 2 videos back to back. The second one dealing with walking through tough times as far as practical wisdom. And so let's do the too long, don't read, don't listen, TLDL version of that second video right now. So, good morning. This is Aunt Beth. Welcome to my lamppost. So here is the summary version of the video I put out last week, the second video that didn't really go anywhere. So here's the recap. 1, the ant. She does not spend her time chatting and showing all of her inventory on YouTube, TikTok, whatever the ant equivalent is. Okay? And she has 2 kinds of stores of things that she's gathering. Supplies and then food. All right. The second thing, or second example, is Noah. And I talked a lot about that, but here's the summary. He had 120 years to prepare the way God told him to. This was not his own thinking. He had a year of sitting on a floating manure pile, so it was a lot longer than 40 days. He came out into an entirely different environment. The old rules didn't apply. And by that I mean it was the first time that he started having rain seasons, seed time and harvest. Before they had lived basically were in a tropical environment where fog had watered the ground. God shut him in. God brought his community to him, the animals, his immediate family. And God shut him in and isolated him basically 7 days before the rain started. So a lot of chatter in the homesteading community about who do we let in, who do we not, who do we share our stuff with. I think God is going to isolate us in the sense of he will draw us into circles. All right. Joseph and the famine in Egypt. Every single person knew the famine was coming. You'd have to have your head in the sand to not know. Okay? Joseph set aside 20% for the nation. But if you had your head on straight, you were setting aside 20% every year during good times to make it through bad times. He did not. Okay, when the people had run through their own resources, then he opened the stores. He did not give it away. He sold it. So a lot of the homesteading community is chattering about, what if it's taken from us, He sold it. In fact, Proverbs declares a blessing on people who open up their storehouses and sell to those who do not have. Not give away, sell. So there's no free lunch. In fact, the Bible's quite clear. You don't work, you don't eat. There is no free lunch. So here's the warning that I believe God gave me. God will guide us on how to prepare. Stop fantasizing over how you're going to maneuver in a situation of evil without God. That is akin, he was very clear, that's akin to spiritual adultery. Okay? To vainly imagine a future without God providing for you, God guiding you, giving you wisdom on the days ahead. It's good to think ahead, but when you think ahead, you think about God and your future. All right? Proverbs is also very clear that wise people see the evil day approaching and they take steps to secure themselves and their family. All right? God will give you wisdom on how to behave. Notice that with the ant and with Joseph, these were not cataclysmic events. These were rough times. So God will see us through. God will see us through, but seek Him for wisdom on how to prepare. Seek Him for wisdom on what to set aside, on how much. And if you don't hear clearly, I think Joseph's example is probably good. All right? But most of all, don't worry. Don't worry. God's got this. Our job is to listen to Him. Okay? He's got a path forward for every single one of us. So I hope this encourages you. Have a fabulous day. All God's best.